Welcome back to High School Math Analyzers. Today we will be doing AP Statistics two-way tables. A new test for performance enhancement drugs used among athletes was developed to more accurately detect athletes that are using these drugs. The success rate is still not 100% perfect, but 96% of the athletes that used any of these drugs will test positive. Also, 92% of the athletes that didn't use steroids tested negative. Studies show that 38% of all athletes use steroids. So, what are the possible scenarios for this process? First, we know that there are two ways to get a result on a test: using steroids and did not use steroids. And from these, you can have two different outcomes: tested positive and tested negative. However, we know that the test can also fail, which means that there are two other scenarios for this process: use steroids and tested negative, and did not use steroids and tested positive. What probability will tell us if this test is effective? The probability that will tell us if this test is effective is if someone who took steroids tested positive. So, the probability of testing positive given someone used steroids. So now we have to create a two-way table for this problem. So we know that steroids, did not use steroids, tested positive, tested negative. So first, we know the total must equal to 100. Now we know that 38% of all athletes use steroids. So that means that for all that use steroids, we have to put a 38%. And now that means that did not use steroids is 100 minus 38, which is 62. That means that this for did not use steroids must be 62. We know that 96% of the athletes that used these drugs will test positive, which means that 4% of the athletes that use steroids will test negative. So now we do 96% of 38, which is 36. So now that we know only 36% of athletes will test positive, and that means that the other 2% will test negative. To find out someone who tested negative, the probability of someone who tested negative given that they did not use steroids, we have to do 92% times 62, which we get from the people that did not use steroids. 92% of 62 is 57%, which means that here we have to put 57%. And now we know 2 plus 57 is 59. And so 62 minus 57 is 5, and that means that this must be 41. So now we have to find what the probability of an athlete that tested positive will take steroids. From before, the probability that someone took steroids, 36, over the probability of 41. 36 over 41 equals 88%.
Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, like, comment, and share this video. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at High School Math Analyzers. Thanks for watching. We hope this video was helpful to you, and we'll see you in the next one.